Hello friends, on this episode of the Adams Chetwood video newsletter, we're going to talk about what's the best thing to do when we have market volatility. And I'm going to put a chart in front of you from our research partners at the Capital Group that will show you that volatility is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. That it's actually very common to have market volatility when you are investing in stocks, that a temporary drop of 10% happens about every year, and a drop of about 20% happens about once every 6 years, which is a lot more common than you might think. And you may remember in March of 2020, when we first had this onset of COVID, that the S&P fell by 35% in a month. So a lot of times clients will ask or call in when they're a little bit fearful that they've seen a blip in the stock market, and they'll say, what's the best thing to do? And this ties into past videos that we've done, because I've told you that I wouldn't be surprised to see some volatility over the next 6 to 18 months. I've showed you this chart looking at how we believe that the market is slightly overvalued. And because of that, we could very well see some turbulence over the next little bit. So the best thing to do, I want you to imagine that you're on an airplane and you have a fear of flying, and yet you have decided that you're going to go to Hawaii and you are going to see the beautiful beaches and stroll along the sand and surf the beautiful waves. But you have a fear of flying. And so you have decided that you're going to take a parachute with you on your flight to Hawaii. And for some reason, let's assume that the airlines allow you to do so. And so as you're traveling over the Pacific, you experience very routine turbulence. Frequent flyers are not concerned by this, but this is your first time flying and you're really scared of flying. And you're really glad that you've brought your parachute with you. And after experiencing some routine turbulence, you decide, you know what? I'm tired of this. I need to do something. So I'm going to go to the front of the plane, open the door, and pull my parachute. To which the pilot says, you know what? I know that it might feel better to do something, but the best thing that you can do right now is go back to your seat and buckle your seatbelt and sit on your hands. Because if you open that door and you pull the ejection handle, that's not going to be in your best interest, even though it might feel like you have some illusion of control. And it's surely not going to get you any closer to going to Hawaii. Friends, that analogy is very fitting for what we tell investors. That when you have periods of turbulence in the market, one of the best things that you can do is sit on your hands. Even though you might want to do something, one of the best things that you can do is trust the process and trust the data-driven, stress-tested financial plan that you have. Because I'm going to show you this chart from our friends at Capital Group. Over the course of time, the market rewards long-term rational optimists. We actually have a whole nother video that talks about that and unpacks it a little bit. But that's why we put so much emphasis on our stress test for clients, is because turbulence is not a matter of if, but when. And we may very well see turbulence over the next 6 to 18 months. But that's why these 1,000 simulations that we run for you are so important in order to deliver financial peace of mind. I hope that's helpful to you, and have a great day.